What up, Super Fun Force? We're back at it. I want to guys show you the recent DartZone blasters, a few of their recent releases, and just give you my thoughts and overview. I don't own any of these, but still think it's fun to discuss them a little bit. First up is the Mark III. Oh, and by the way, what I do own from DartZone Pro is the Max Striker. Then I got the Nemesis Pro. Then I got the Nemesis Pro Limited Camo Edition. And I also ended up getting the Aeon Pro. So I'm set, and these are going to last for many years and be obviously always competitive and always fun to use and everything. But they need to obviously release new blasters to innovate things, just give people options sometimes, and as certain models maybe become hard and rare to get, they can obviously give you alternatives and stuff. That being said, I don't think you have to rush out and get any of these. If you already have if you just have either a Nemesis or a Max Striker, and then you have the Aeon, you're set. There's also a Conquest Pro. I'll just quickly say that although it's a good blaster overall, I wasn't a big fan of the kind of rear loading magazine mechanism. A little bit odd, but still usable. And I think it's still a great alternative for people who to check it out and like it for sure. Nothing wrong with it as far as it's totally usable. It's just more of a preference thing. Okay, so for this one, the Mark III was their big release this last year, leading up into their summer of 2022 when they started doing pro stuff, pro league events. But this was their big game changer last year because, as you saw, and you already know, it has the first fully electronic controlled option here. Select fire. You can do traditional semi-auto, or you can just hold down the trigger and do full auto. Pretty fantastic. From tests that I've seen, though, it's not that much faster than just cocking and firing your Nemesis Pro or Max Striker. Although, of course, that requires a lot more energy and effort, so you will get tired quicker, your arm and everything. This is just kind of like lazy mode. That being said, having full auto doesn't mean it's always better. You're more prone to losing track of your ammo count and then not having ammo when you need it, and then having to panic last resort. Hopefully you have a secondary. You can switch to your secondary, but with semi-auto, it's easier for you to keep track of what you have, and then you can plan for switching to your secondary without having to be reactive and being in a bind, right? If you don't have ammo and you need to reload a lot, you're going to be a lot more vulnerable. You can't support your teammates, etc., etc. But that being said, it's it's all part of the game, right? It's all part of the fun. You're gonna have to reload eventually. But yeah, so for me, I don't really think having full auto is worth it. If I do get this blaster in the future, which I might, it'll be just a nice alternative, either to add to the collection or just on days where you've gotten tired, you can use this before the battery runs out, or maybe you play with this for a few games, and when the battery runs out, you switch to your Springer, which again is another pro of having Springers. If you have too many battery-operated batteries or battery-operated blasters, then you could run into the problem of oh, I forgot to charge the battery, or if your battery starts getting faulty, then you obviously cannot use the blaster anymore. So always have Springers with you guys, even if you primarily use battery-operated blasters. Other than that, this thing looks fantastic. Yeah, the scope looks great. I don't know how much of I think there's a light in this. Yeah, but it does have the the general adapter, so you can use their half-round darts or full-round darts. I like this here. This is from their Tomahawk. This kind of grip. The Tomahawk is the blue one that had the double drum, right? The double round capacity. Inner and outer darts, which was from the regular line, though not the Pro. I like the tactical rails on it. The normal stock. This looks like it comes from the Nemesis Pro. They added this grip here. I remember in my Aeon Pro video, if you guys saw it, I added a pink grip from an actual firearm, a rubber shell, to make it more grippy and more comfortable. I like the barrel, how it's big. The bulky barrel makes it look more sci-fi. Again, I'm not really for these blasters looking more realistic. The Nemesis Pro and the Max Striker definitely rode the line for me, but there was enough color and just toy looking to it, so that way I was fine with it. But I'd rather have them move towards more sci-fi for sure. This blaster is great. Yeah, look at that! Look at that gigantic triangular looking barrel. It looks a little bulky and odd at first, but for some reason, whenever I see this, it just makes me think Vulcan laser cannon or something. So I definitely like this for sure. Cool. Speaking of Vulcan, let's jump to the Vulcanator. This one, let's take a look here. Dual magazine motorized flywheel. All right. Wow. It looks like a crossbow. Also, this is from the regular line. Like I mentioned, the Tomahawk that I have has this blue, kind of royal dark blue body, just this chassis, which I think looks fantastic. Already I can tell you it has a cool looking stock, and the scope is decently made as well. Yeah, I like the front. Again, it looks super sci-fi. It's awesome. I like the looks already. Comes with 2 magazines, of course, and the gimmick you can see is you load in two magazines simultaneously. Yeah, so this is great. I think, again, I won't be getting this right now because I already have the Tomahawk and I have a large collection. But if you're just a collector of blasters, then you can obviously add this to your collection and it's going to fire great. From what I've seen so far, you know, I can safely say that it looks like it's going to be consistent and not have any issues. If that ever changes, you know, obviously do your research beforehand, and if I ever get my hands on it, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, double check the reviews, and I think the mechanism is well designed because we're going to show right here. Chili darts, yep, got some of those. Yeah, so it shoots alternating magazines. So again, if you don't have like the Tomahawk, you're having trouble finding it, and maybe this one's at your local store, or you come across the Vulcanator dual magazine, this one is a good option because it still gives you double the magazines. And unlike drums from the Tomahawk, is, you know, you can have a readily available amount of magazines from all kinds of blasters, whether they're DartZone, Adventure Force, or Nerf. It's going to be a lot more easier and cheaper to get. Whereas with the Tomahawk, you have to buy like a brand new Tomahawk or specialized order from DartZone if they ever sell those drum magazines. But yeah, really cool. Yep, so I like that. And speaking of which, let's go to Tomcat now. Almost done. This is their new, there you go. This is their new magazine Flywheel. Look at that. Again, this actually looks like the Nerf Modulus stock, but it looks great. Wow, the design on this is, again, super fantastic. The lines on this, so symmetrical and geometric. I like it a lot. It's cool to see like a slim half dart drum magazine. Again, the Tomahawk is a full dart magazine, so I don't know if this actually comes with 2, or I think they're just showcasing you the part here. If it came with 2, that's an amazing value because, again, you can't just, you know, swap in, you know, these drum magazines from your other blasters. This is specialized in a brand new one made for this. It's not going to be readily available like normal 6, 8, 10, 12 round or whatever magazines from, you know, the regular box magazines that you can find everywhere. But we'll quickly look at the features on this. Looks super cool. Yep, nice. Orange adjustable buttons, I guess. Yeah, nice. Little switch. Tactical sights look great here. They look like teeth, vampires or something. That mouth, like that's cool. That's pretty original. Yep, standard tactical grip. This looks like the one on the Spectrum, but it doesn't fold, obviously. Yeah, the muzzle brake looks great again. Looks futuristic. Nice. They give you eyewear. Okay, definitely wear safety goggles, mask for sure every time you play. Yeah, 50 rounds, decent. Oh, cool. And then yeah, you get the half-length darts, of course. So. I dig it. This is excellent. Excellent. All right. Again, don't know if I'm going to rush out to get this, just because I'm still going to be fine with my, you know, Max Striker, Nemesis Pro, Aeon Pro, but this is a great alternative for sure. Looks really cool. All right, going on to the regular Adventure Force line. Let's look at the Tactical Strike really quick. All right, I've got a pistol here with detachable muzzle brake or barrel extension. Always like how they give us these custom molded holsters here, even one for the actual front piece. This is cool. I think this is more like thematic. You probably would enjoy this just as a target practice blaster, or if you're gonna like duel somebody who has the same blaster. I'm not really fond of this. I would rather just have my Aeon Pro because they're almost the exact same size. But again, the Aeon Pro and even the Conquest Pro use magazines, use traditional box magazines. This is already probably the size of the Conquest Pro when you attach this front piece, but still looks cool. They're obviously trying to emulate a revolver here, you know, 6 rounds, but you have to take these, I guess, swap them in and load them up, so you're technically limited to only having 3, unless, again, they sell these separately, which unfortunately requires more investment. You can't just, again, grab all of your leftover magazines from previous blasters. You'll have to special order these, or if they don't even sell them separately, that means you have to buy this blaster like I don't know, 2 or 3 times to maybe have a handful of these at the ready, you know, which could be okay if you want to have like 2 of them or a secondary backup one or one in like mint condition. And you know, if you're a collector like that, then that's fine. But like I said, I'll pass on this. This is why I passed on their original pistol as well. But again, if you want to do target practice shooting, or you have a small collection, or you're only buying dart zones, then I'm sure you'll end up getting this anyways. So I'll take a couple looks at the features here really quick. Nice. Cool. Yeah, sweet. I like their 3D render commercial. This is great. Kind of links up like the modulus, kind of interesting. Yeah, so it looks cool. Wow, looks like a really like a powerful pistol. Obviously, once you have the barrel attachment there, and again, it's almost as long as the Conquest Pro, if I'm not mistaken. But overall, really cool. Kind of shows the darts here. Yep, half length. 125 FPS. Yeah, definitely. Adventure Force status. Okay, 1 to 120, and then I guess. But the Pro is what, 120 to 140, I believe. But either way, really cool. All right, and then let's look at what else we got here. That was a Deuce Pro showcase video, and I think this is just the teaser for it. Okay, the teaser. And then last thing, we'll just look at this Pyro Raptor. I'm not going to cover the Jurassic Park blaster here, but it's basically like a Nexus Pro or a Nemesis Pro or a Max Striker. But this one looks a little bit more, again, sci-fi, RPG, and everything. This looks really cool. This is better, I think, than what Nerf has been doing with their Dino line so far. It just looks really cool. Wow, I like this kind of curvy, organic look to this. Wow, it looks like this would be cool if it was silver, but still it's nice. Oh, and it's obviously Jurassic Park branded, right? So it comes as a double pack. Yeah, I think the colors are phenomenal. It does look like a kind of like a dinosaur here. Almost looks like this is like. This could be like the eye or something, but this is the mouth here, like a chin piece. Has like a talon claw. You know, wow, that looks great. I would actually, I think of all the blasters, I might pick this up just because it looks, you know, really fantastical. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Jurassic Park, or I mean Jurassic World. I like the original Jurassic Park. I'm not really a big fan of Jurassic World, but yeah, the original ones are good, and I think this this might just be nice to have in the collection. It's like a fun, like fantasy style blaster for sure. Awesome, guys. Okay, so it is only a single pack. Well, I want to be on the lookout for this, guys. Let me know, because if you guys have this, let me know what you think of it so far. And I might be picking it up, and if I do, I'll do a video on it for sure. All right, well, thanks so much. That's what DartZone's been doing, and I think they should keep it up. They're doing fantastic. I just hope to see Nerf and DartZone continue to thrive, you know, Adventure Force and all that stuff. And we have more people enjoying the games that you can play with these, and not, you know, necessarily worrying about, you know, making them super modded or making them like realistic and trying to get into like a paintball or airsoft mentality. Just keep Nerf as it is, you know, Adventure Force as it is, and you know, DartZone Pro doesn't need to be done any more powerful than it is for the most part. You know, maybe some small stuff here and there, but again, we should all learn to exercise some restraint so that way everybody can enjoy their blasters and it doesn't become like a, you know, a never-ending abyss of like trying to get, you know, 16,000 FPS and, you know, 4 million shots per second or whatever. Pardon the hyperbole, guys, but you know what I mean. All right, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget, we're gonna have these new foam blasting and Nerf videos, whether I discuss stuff, I demo things, do loadout, and hopefully eventually even gameplay every week, Wednesday. So thanks for liking and subscribing. In the meantime, keep it faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. Peace.